Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Steve Clayton, and welcome to day 7 of Steve and Tim's 12 Days of Christmas giveaway. I want to talk about having a plan, and the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that, having a plan is way more important than what the plan actually is. And by plan, I just mean, look, if you're going to be serious about this, it's the beginning of 2013. Let's make this the year, that you build your business. And by that, I mean a business that's going to, I guess it doesn't have to replace your day job if that's not what you want, because everybody wants something else. But, most people, that's what they're after. So you can't just buy, different info products and Warrior Form specials and, kind of shotgun and magically think that you're going to wake up one day and quit your job. It's just not going to happen, right? That's sort of, again, kind of what I was talking about before, hope-based marketing. It's not going to happen. You've got to have a plan. So the things that you need to consider on the plan are, number one, how much do you really need money-wise? Maybe you really need less than you think. So you need to be conservative but realistic. And here's what I found. And I think that this is common with people who have their own business. I was certainly guilty of, in the past, when I worked for corporate, filling my soul, if you will, with things, and expensive toys and things like that. And what I've found over, many years now that I have not had to work for corporate is that that's not really important to me anymore. And what I've found is that each year I sort of have less stuff, and because it's really not that important to me anymore. And my fulfillment, the thing that fills my soul, is really, building my business, and also then the extra time that affords me, and flexibility and freedom that we talked about before, using that to do things that are sort of experiential, rather than acquisition based. So, traveling or flying or spending time with family and friends and cultivating those relationships. That's what fills my soul, not stuff. So there's no substitute for taking a look and taking stock of every single penny that you spend, and sort of pretending for a moment that you have your own business and saying, well, what's really important to me? What could I live without, if you have to live without anything, in order to have that freedom, that's so amazing. So model out how much you really need each year, month, week, day. And folks, I got to tell you, if you're going to have your own business, please learn a spreadsheet, use it. I use it every day. And I have for years and years and years. And you can use Google Docs or Excel or numbers or anything like that, okay? But it really helps you with the what-if scenarios, to be able to go in there and really tweak things and plan. It really helps you plan. Now let's talk about cash reserves. People tell you, you better not quit your job until you have 2 years cash reserve or 15 years cash reserve, or take what you need each year and multiply that by 20, and you have to have that. Oh my gosh, really? How many people have that now? Pretty small number, right? And are they so much more secure in their job working for the man? Probably not, So I'm not suggesting that people be irresponsible, but, geez, I think this is a little overrated. Is it good to have those things? Of course. But if you don't have them now, is having a job and working for somebody else who could lay you off any moment any more really secure than having your own business, for crying out loud? I don't think so, So, really think about that, what you really need there, and do whatever you're comfortable with. But, I would think about that. If you don't have it now, well, okay, what makes you think you need to have it later? The only thing that would make you think that is if having your own business is so much less secure, and I would argue that it's more secure. Anyway, all these things together, that's what finished looks like. And then you got to work backwards from the finances. If you need $40,000 a year to live, and that's what you want your business to be, at least initially, that's what finished looks like first. Doesn't mean it can't grow to $400,000. Then that's what you're going to put a plan in place to do, and that's going to be different from someone who needs $100,000. And it's going to be, obviously easier to achieve. So, and then you got to talk about, what do you realistically need to have in place to reach finished? If your goal is to reach 40,000, if your goal is to reach, let's say, $500,000 a year, well, you're probably not going to do that with one website, okay? You're probably not going to do that with one e-com site. you need to be realistic, and so you need to work backwards from that. And then you need to map out how to build up to that. If your goal is to make $500,000 a year, you're probably not going to get there in a week. So how do you build up to that? What are you going to do month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4, right? And then you got to take stock of your resources, your talent, your interests, your time, and you got to figure out a way to fill the gaps. Not everybody's good at everything. So you need to figure out how you're going to fill those gaps. Now, over the next couple of days, we're going to focus on areas that you could use to build out your plan. But this is essentially what you do. You work backwards from what you really need. First, figure out what you really need. That's what finish looks like. Then you get to what finish looks like as far as what you need to put in place. Okay, I need 2 e-com sites and some affiliate marketing and whatever it is that you're going to do. And that's what truly what finished looks like in order to get to the point where you have a business that makes enough to support yourself and your family. And I just obviously twisted around an old cliche quote, but if you don't know what finished looks like, you're never going to get there. I mean, it's a cliche for a reason. Most of them are, and the reason is that it's true. So really think about this stuff. Today our prize is Sony PS3 system, and that is a ton of fun, and our winner is Devora. And that is most of Devora's email address. So Devora, please contact us at support.blueprintcentral.com. And of course, we'll be reaching out to you. All right. Give all that some thought. See what your finish looks like. And we will speak tomorrow.